Hey, what does that little rocket thing do?
Fire one more.
That's the game button. That's how you get like poker and stuff in Discord.
Oh, this is not. No, this ain't Star. This is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
No, we can't do it like that.
Why not?
Last episode of the show, if that's really the answer.
This is the last episode of the show. It's true.
It's over, folks.
Oh. Me queuing up the thing and then Rusty asking about the game button. Hello.
I crave death. I want to die. I want to end it all.
Wait, it's over? Is that it?
This is Shrimp Hours 22.
No,
the last ever episode of this show.
You're 22 to my fucking mouth.
Oh my god.
That's not gonna do enough.
I had a whole
beer night was a bit rough on the shrimps, if you can't.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Welcome to Shrimp Hours 22.
Joey Logano tribute episode.
Rusty's here, Slap's here, Cody's here, Ed's here. It is kind of funny that it's the Joey Logano number, but it's also the year number. How often has that happened in history? The champion is the drove the car number who won the of the year. I don't know. That makes sense somewhere. How we doing? I'm back. Back from New York City. I just want to jump straight into it here. Because Slap, your home track is fucking dead. Rest in peace, Greenville-Pickens Speedway.
Listen, there is a way to save it. It involves a small amount of crime.
Never stopped us before.
A small amount of crime, and somebody's got to do some jail time, possibly for life. But
all right, so you're the
sounds like you volunteered yourself there, pal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like our rental truck and a little bit of fertilizer, I can fix it.
How is that gonna save the track? In what way?
Voice heard, DT. Come on.
Just a reminder that the last guy that did that got a needle in the arm. There's no jail time coming with that. That shit is over.
Jesus Christ.
Allegedly did that.
Slap might know the location of whatever real estate developer has just purchased the track.
All I'm saying is, like, behind the Easley City County Council, there's an unsecured loading dock.
Jesus Christ.
We have to just censor the whole start of this episode. Just one big deep.
Yeah. We might
Slap can say whatever Slap wants.
This might be the first restart.
No, this might be the all-time best intro we've had. That's why it's the last ever episode of this show. Slap's dead. He's gone.
He's gone. He's on the floor. Kill him, man. Hey, let's roast his room again. You think we can make that play button fall off?
His chair. Oh, there he is. Slap, we see you.
God.
What an animal.
This is what killing home tracks does to people, folks. Quit doing it.
Man, man, that's where it is. I'm over.
Anyways, so yeah, they're closing Slap's home track.
And he's taking it very well, if you can tell.
We're gonna go chain ourselves to the front gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live in the press box. That's a new shrimp house, by the way.
Damn, you can do a Slap on location, a newly dead track.
Yeah, Slap on location. I'm in the press box. Let's see how long it takes for Pickens County Sheriff to evict me.
Just a live stream of you living in there. Got a cabinet full of every type of canned meat in the world.
Yeah, some baked beans. Like I got enough baked beans and spam to live forever in here.
God damn.
That's some content for your Slap Eats channel. If you just go around trying to eat things around the racetrack that have been abandoned.
Some Greenville rats and rodents.
Bomb-ass chicken fingers, though. For real.
Guys, I have 40,000 hot dogs that are 5 years old that I can live forever on. Unlimited glizzies for life.
So is that the last racetrack in Greenville?
There's Traverse Rest Speedway. It's in Greenville County, but it's kind of up in the mountains.
Damn. It's dead.
Killed it. Yeah, it's dead.
There is Anderson Motor Speedway down in like Pelzer. That's not too far away, but
not to be confused with the Anderson Speedway in Indiana.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, the South Carolina short track scene is slowly but surely being eviscerated.
For old people homes.
for fucking strip malls. It's a goddamn strip mall. Like, dude,
They got space for a strip mall anywhere else?
dude, fucking Highway 123 got enough goddamn strip malls on it. We don't need a fucking other one.
I'll be real. I don't even know where Greenville-Pickens Speedway is in relation
people
to
need
that.
their-
Pickens County, Highway 123, easily South Carolina.
People need their GameStops and their Five Belows and
Dude, I feel like every strip mall near me is like a ghost town with like Halloween costumes. Like,
There's nothing else here. Why did they need to take the track down? What?
Listen, if they put like a bomb ass Chinese restaurant in there, maybe I can understand. But this is
There's nothing
All the strip
there.
malls are down there to the left.
Dude, I thought the city was like eating the track up, but it's literally not in the city.
listen, strip malls are a heaven for middle class individuals. That's
Yeah, but don't just
that's a
fucking
great
put
way
it
to spend
here.
a day right there. Just
hey,
want to go on around the strip mall.
mow
Is that
down that
little go-kart
mobile
track
home
right
park.
there, off to the left. Is that a little go-kart track right there? Or is that a little turnaround? Oh,
Or no, there's a little
To the
RC
left.
track right next to the hobby shop. Yeah.
oh, that's what it is.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
oh, what is this?
It's a
RC
little
track.
motocross track
Dude, it
for
looks-
RC cars.
Dude, you could
looks
totally
straight out
build
of that-
go-kart spa here.
That's out of the
Yeah.
arcade off-road game, dude. That is sick.
Someone build this for Beam so we can race it in the go.
They're demolishing
the
that too. It's going to be
RC.
condos.
God damn.
All right, that crosses. All right, that I almost slapped. All right, go.
Yeah, that's gonna be an Aeropostale, but this time next year.
Get the rider truck.
Get it?
Damn, that's
I
unfortunate.
know where I can get some oxidizer for cheap.
That's fucked up. All right, well, rest in peace, Greenville-Pickens Speedway. Add it to the
It's all
list.
dead, dude. Like what? Like is this just like what's going to happen? Like grassroots motorsports,
Yes.
like on the whole, just
Yes.
like slowly but surely,
Yes.
we're going to keep pushing
Yep.
it into a smaller and smaller box
Mhm.
until we just completely snuff it out.
Unless
Yes.
Dale Jr. has a word to say about it.
One man can only do so much.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
only have so many words.
Could Dale Jr. save Greenville-Pickens Speedway?
I think the only way he said he would ever be in charge of a track is if he could have a 24/7 bar in the middle of it,
He
just
could've-
going.
Whiskey
What's the
River.
problem with that? Yeah, what's the problem there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He could have probably saved Myrtle Beach if he wanted to, and he didn't. And that's like where he grew up racing. So
Yeah, that's where he won his first late model races.
Damn. It's dead. We'll be seeing you.
Sheesh.
Short track
Dead, it's
racing.
dead. I want to die, and I need terrible things to happen to Pickens County real estate developers.
Need that market collapse. That's what he means. Market collapse, people.
Yeah, yeah. Incoming recession.
I need it.
Poor return on their investment.
The statements of Slap Shoes does not represent the thoughts of
He's-
Shrimp Hours Presents.
Yes,
yeah,
they
and
do.
the drive-through
Yes, they
YouTube
do.
channel.
Any potential threats you may have heard were all in reference to Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
we're talking about
Minecraft,
Roblox.
In Minecraft, yeah. I'm gonna get some bone meal and put it
Yeah,
in
I'd like to remind you. This podcast is on podcasting platforms under my legal name.
You going to jail now?
Yeah, that's international threats right there, DT.
Jesus Christ.
Beat me to the punch.
All right, we'll move on to the next segment. All right. The next segment is what is
They're
Twitter
definitely gonna come
doing?
get you in Canada, too. Trudeau's gonna personally burst that door in.
Get in the pot.
All right, what the hell is Twitter
With some
doing? I got a
special
couple of
makeup on.
things to show you. Yeah.
Cody's fucking time.
Shut up.
Oh,
All right,
God.
first of all,
Dude, it starts at the racetrack. It ends in bugs.
all right, what's Twitter doing? Woo. Joe Gibbs Racing has built an electric NASCAR. They're gonna do pit stop practice with it.
Great.
And they posted a video of it, and it sounds fucking cool.
He's fucking time. What's going on?
Yeah. We might have huffed some laughing gas for this episode. Don't worry, people.
This is mostly just tires squealing noise, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. And a bunch of people got fucking pissed in the comments, which I very
Boomers.
much enjoyed. Just a bunch of boomers like, fuck you for making an electric pit practice car. So stupid. It actually makes so much sense because like, can you imagine being the warehouse next to a friggin' NASCAR
terrible.
team when they're doing pit stop practice all day and it's just the same loud ass engine over and over and over? It's probably pretty expensive in race fuel. Might as well do
Yeah,
electric.
So you reach in for a tear off, and one of the wires is loose, and you accidentally get electrocuted.
Yeah.
That's all. Rest of your
Grounds out to the
an
roll
added
cage.
It's not a bug, it's a feature, all right?
I think it's pretty fucking cool, and I think people are upset. Next thing that happened on Twitter.
This is just the next step to the bugs in the pod.
Dude, death by 1,000 cuts, man.
First, they
Jesus
took away
Christ.
Greenville-Pickens, then it was the roaring of the engines.
It all leads.
Rusty was
Bugs are
right the
always
whole
bad.
time, man. This is where it ends.
in non
Rusty's never been wrong about anything.
It all leads to the bugs.
His track record is surprisingly accurate.
I don't know about all that.
Give
Twitter
it time.
introduced,
Give it time. You'll see the light.
Yeah, sure. I'm eating the bugs. Twitter introduced piss-colored check marks for people that were verified and like really verified and not verified and no longer verified.
You see, Elon Musk gave SpaceX the gold like check mark, but he gave NASA a
piss
blue
one?
one.
Damn.
What a
That's how
bitch.
NASCAR got a piss one.
Bye.
It's actually kind of screwed up because like people who have the old check mark, they update it because you used to be able to click on it and it was like, oh, this person is like notable in like whatever the fuck. So okay, here for example, if I go to like NASCAR who have the PP check mark and I click on it, it says this account is verified because it's an official business. Some people it says the old thing or it says they're like notable in like whatever. If I go to like Ryan Vargas for example, this is a legacy verified account. It may or may not be notable.
Well, what the hell?
That's rude. That's just straight up rude.
Yeah, that's what it says for NASA. It says may or
Elon
may not
says
may
the same
not be
thing.
notable.
Can we
Oh,
go back to
NASA's
the
pretty
NASA
notable.
Now, according to Elon Musk, SpaceX is where it's at apparently.
What do you want, Rusty?
Go back to the banner profile photo for NASCAR. Okay. I don't want to cut a promo on this, but where in any of this are the race cars, the excitement, the like anything that translates to NASCAR? Like
I can appreciate the profile picture with the NASCAR stripes. But the banner that just says 22X NASCAR Cup Series Champion 2XX Joey Logano's signature with just a ruler,
2x.
I'm very confused about.
Dude,
I
There's
was
some-
never good at math. I don't know what this means.
Yeah, what is that?
yeah, mate, like look at that. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it?
Put a race car on it, make it I don't know.
Is it?
Did y'all see Jimmy Johnson's fucking shaved his beard again and he looks young again?
There's Jimmy Johnson.
No, he dyed his hair too.
I'm so excited for Jimmy Johnson. Oh, did he actually?
I mean, look at it. He's gray naturally, like recently, and he looks like I don't see a gray hair on him in that picture.
Damn. I didn't even think about that.
Just for men. Where you
He's
at?
pulling the Daryl Waltrip.
Or a
He's gonna
Richard
be
Petty, but with his hair, not his mustache.
dyeing his hair until he's like 70.
Quick shout out to Richard Petty for dyeing his mustache. It must take a lot of work. Yeah, I'm excited for Jimmy Johnson to just be completely washed again and irrelevant.
Running that Pocono?
Watch him win the 500 like in his first race back, just to have you eat crow. Saying
I'd like to remind you that his crew chief in his final season was fucking the guy who was champion the year after that with, the year after that with Kyle Larson.
Yeah. It was the 48 car. Yep.
Yeah, it was I forget his fucking name. The guy with the deep voice. Cliff Daniels. Like Kyle Larson literally won the championship a year later in the car that Jimmy Johnson did absolutely fuck all in.
Washed.
Anyway, last thing for what is Twitter doing? Ben just sent this link in. Apparently, Twitter is just leaving their headquarters in San Francisco. And so there's just auctions up for all of the stuff from the Twitter offices. So if you want like a big ass Twitter logo or like an @ sculpture,
How badass would it be if I fucking
Espresso
bought one of those and I
machines.
just had it like in the back over here?
Look how many espresso machines they had listed. Jesus Christ. Those
well,
people went to
it's
their
like a whole ass
Twitter,
campus.
dude.
It's like Google.
Yeah, gotta put those 7,000 Twitter employees somewhere.
Those Californians love their coffee.
Bro, you can get a chair with some verified nerd ass sweat like baked into it. That's not a good purchase right there. Who is
Oh, so you
buying
The
guys
whole
see-
ass kitchen's for sale. Do you want
You
a
guys
20
saw
gallon
the second
vegetable
part of the
Scroll back
dryer?
up. Scroll back up a few lines.
What do you want?
Never mind.
I mean, you did see like the second part of the Twitter files where it was just like nothing in the company was secured, right?
Yeah,
Look at that
and
griddle.
they had like no sort of barriers within the company, so people who got a job to do like some basic shit just had access to like every build.
And so every PC had spyware on it.
Pizza oven.
Hold on, we might have to put a bid on that. Wait a minute.
Looks like you can cook like 4
Oh,
pizzas at a
dude.
time.
They got a Euro friggin' spinner. Look at this. We gotta buy the
All right, we
Twitter
got a-
Euro
How
I'm
much
gonna
is
buy
it?
it.
What's a starting bid? I might buy that shit.
$25.
Hell yeah.
Does Twitter
Dude,
just
we
have like
got
a
this.
full food court? That's got to be the
Current
situation.
bid? No one's bid on this yet.
Oh, dude, they have a Cornelius drink machine.
Wow.
It's called the Cornelius ED. That's unfortunate.
Oh. Oh, oh no.
Oh no.
They got a bunch of friggin' phone things, monitors on wheels, Google
that's
Jam
cool.
boards. I don't know what those are. They got a shit ton
They
of
call them a
those.
digital whiteboard. They just don't call them a monitor on wheels.
I guess it's supposed to be like a smart board.
Does Elon put his face on that and just like make it drive around the office when he's not actually there?
I gotta rewatch the Silicon Valley TV show. It's been a while since I've seen that. That was fucking funny. God damn, that was like 6 or 7 years ago now. That's crazy. All right, next segment. I was in New York again. But
York
this time on
Rats
someone
Part
else's
2.
dime. I didn't have to pay shit. I literally bought myself, I think, 2 meals. And that was literally all the money I spent in New York City over 4 days.
How many Red Bulls did you drink while you were out there?
Only 2, like in a can, and then I had several Red Bull cocktails.
How many rats did you see?
Those are good for your
I
heart.
did see some rats on my photo tour. I
Oh,
saw a bunch of
no.
rats.
Were you in a
I
side
did
talk
not
video?
get any pictures of rats though, unfortunately.
Aw. How
It
dare
was
you.
it was pretty fucking
Think of
cool.
the podcast.
They brought I'll do a stream I think on Friday, talking about everything and like going through like my photos and stuff. But they brought in people from all around the world who won this video game photography contest, and we're all nerds, and it was great. And it was like surprisingly super chill to have like completely like people from all sorts of parts of the world. Like there's a dude from Argentina, there's a billion people from Europe, there were like 5 of us from Canada, there was an American dude. It was pretty damn cool. Played video games, went to photography classes, took a bunch of pictures on the street, tried to like learn with this fancy ass Sony camera that they gave us. Went to a gallery. I interviewed people. There's pictures of me interviewing people. I gotta find those. Hold on. What's up?
Did any of them say Bing Bong?
Oh, no. I did take
Baba
the
Boom.
subway once this trip.
I just noticed you're wearing I love that fucking Rusty Schlenk shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, I would love
you
it
get
if it
that
was
Volusia?
backwards.
Rusty
I got this at
Schlong.
Volusia. The back of it looks sick, but like, I don't know. It's one of those stupid backwards shirts. I didn't realize till
they
after I
do
bought
that
it.
on
and I was
purpose.
like,
I'm telling you. they
yeah,
do
I
that on
know, but
purpose.
it's wrong. It's
So
just
when you're sitting in the
incorrect.
stands, you see a zillion backs right in front of you, so you get to see the cool design right in front of your face.
Let me see if I can find the pictures.
He's
of
not a real
me.
race fan. He doesn't know this thing. God,
Or they should just make designs where it's got a cool design on the front and back.
or just the
They
front.
do.
It's
Why
fine.
not
I mean,
both?
they literally do. It's right there.
I don't think they really like need the back.
I think you really need to quit bitching to get that shirt.
I want to show off the cool race car.
Well, turn
It's on the
around.
wrong side
Turn
of the
around.
road.
Turn
I'm
the
not
fuck
gonna-
around. Turn
Give
the
us
fuck
a
I'm not
around.
doing
spin.
that.
Turn around. Yeah, give us a little
Turn
spin.
around.
I would like it hits my wheel if
Do
I
the
try
sit
to
and
turn my
spin.
thing.
I'm do it.
I literally cannot unless I shove
Do
this thing back.
Do it.
You see that?
Hell yeah.
Does that work?
There you go.
That's fantastic.
That's what we wanted all
I
along.
know. And it's
Take
on the
it
bag.
off. Take it all off.
And then when you're sitting
There
in the
you go.
stands and you got the hundreds of people sitting behind you, they all get to see that cool design.
They say, hey, that guy down there's got a cool shirt.
Well, I do that about 3 times a year, and then the other 362 days, people see the front. So
You wear
Rookie
that shirt
numbers.
every day of the year? Jesus, does every washed?
no, never.
Got
Has
it.
it been
Um,
buried?
Do you want to see pictures of me fucking being an influencer and shit?
Fuck
No.
yeah.
This is on one
Yeah.
of those like event photo websites. This is me interviewing a dude. I got a little friggin' TikTok microphone from Red Bull. Pretty
Hell
fucking
yeah.
funny.
Got the
these are
PRI
just, like,
bag.
They also did get my name. They got everyone else's name, but I guess I missed the memo.
God damn it.
So I'm just not credited in any of these, but that's fine. I didn't want to be. I'm wearing the camera bag that they gave us for the event.
Hell
A
yeah.
sweet swag. It was a good
How much-
time.
COVID-19 do you think is in that room right there?
Dude, I feel great. I was honestly a little bit worried on the subway because I went in like rush hour to get
Yeah,
here.
you'll feel great. Just get back to us in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Incubation period.
But one of the coolest things they fucking did was when they brought out the F1 car for us.
Oh, yeah.
And
Who's that
slapped
dude?
it under the
Yeah, is it just a
Brooklyn Bridge.
homeless man over there?
That guy with his hoodie just like wrapped all the way
So-
around his face.
So yeah, one of the things that we were supposed to do is take a bunch of like street photos. Like we went to like an hour and a half with an actual photography teacher, and he told us how to like frame photos and our fucking shutter speeds and our apertures and our ISOs. And our goal was to take pictures of people on the street like without them noticing. Because as soon as like someone knows they're getting their picture taken, the guy's like, it's ruined. It's not the same.
It's true.
So I'll go through all this on my stream on Friday, but like a lot of the other photographers got some banging shots, and I got some like okay ones. I was pretty proud of it. These are all just F1 car things, which is fucking cool, by the way. That there's just a 2022 F1 car to the Brooklyn Bridge laid out for us that we're like meant to take pictures of. Like they cordoned off the rest of the zone, gave us wristbands, and let us walk up to it and take pictures, and everyone else had to stand back. And
Fuck yeah. Did you
And,
get to sit in it?
I did not get to sit in it. I also would not fit.
I don't think most of us.
I challenge that
honestly.
actually.
Dude,
No,
Tony
I-
Stewart can like get in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And it
Get
is,
the
it
butter.
is it is a show car, so
It's true, yeah.
I guess it's probably not molded to the drivers. Show car number 7, in fact, I checked.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool.
Mm,
I
yeah,
like,
it's a cute little
um,
black and white one right there.
Yeah, they also wanted us to try some like black and white photos. I did a few of those. I don't know. This is my favorite, I think. This is kind of cute. Here's my I got some decent like street photo ones. So these are all the ones that like I was like, hey, these are decent. This is one of the other photographer guys. There's the car a couple of times. Here's another one of the photographers. It was way easier to take pictures of people within our group than to just go up to like random dudes on the street like this.
Oh yeah, because that's. I mean that's.
This is one of my
favorites.
favorites.
That's pretty cool.
Once again, I'll go through all this more in my stream, but yeah.
Hey, what you
This
taking a picture
crazy dude
before?
with a bunch of pigeons.
The
Pigeon.
pigeon man.
Hey,
This
it's
is
the
the dude who
husband.
sent the fucking pigeons to Nashville.
Get
It's the
Cody on
husband of
stream.
the. It's
Get
the
Cody.
husband. It's the
Get Cody.
husband of the Home Alone 2.
Get him.
Cody's dead.
Yep. Uh-huh.
God damn it.
Uh-huh. Got his ass.
Got him. Yeah, I'll go through more of that on my stream, but it was a lot of fucking fun.
I was gonna say that's the husband of the Home Alone 2 pigeon lady.
So yeah, this dude basically lived in Washington Square Park, and he has like he's not just fed the pigeons to get them near him. He has like tamed all of the pigeons, and they all know him and they all love him. So he'll get like 5 of them on each arm and just sit there, and he'll feed the rest of them. And tourists will come by and be like, "Whoa, that's crazy! That's so cool!" And he will just like hand them a pigeon, and the pigeon will just sit on their hand. And he was actually super nice. He was totally cool with like a billion of us taking pictures of him. And he just wants to share his love of pigeons, I guess.
And relatable, honestly.
And you better not piss him off because he'll send those things after you.
Yeah.
He'll send
Yeah, he's
200
got some power,
pigeons to
dude.
Start pecking at the back of your neck.
He had a lot of fucking pigeons. And whenever someone would like ride a bike and scare all the pigeons, he'd get pissed.
Exactly.
Um,
That bicyclist was found pecked to death a mile down the road.
He's trained the killer pigeons to go only after cyclists.
I only got yelled at by one dude when he was like, don't fucking take my picture, man. I literally didn't take his picture, but he got pissed because I had my camera out, I guess. Other than that, it was great.
Yeah,
It was fun. Interesting.
I got bad news for that guy. You're in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking pictures of strangers just on the street, people get pissed off at that. So I'm kind of surprised your instructor was like giving you the green light to do that.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
he's
it's
like-
New
it's
York.
New York
the
City,
most
like-
photographed place on planet Earth.
Yeah, that's just what you
Oh.
do. It's literally the best place to just run around and get fucking pictures of dudes with pigeons. Look at this. Look at all these. Look at all these pigeons, dude.
The pigeon bastard.
Do any of
He's
them
the
look like they
pigeon
could grab a
man.
crown successfully?
No, definitely not. So yeah, shout out to the fucking pigeon man.
The king of
Shout
the
out.
turtle doves.
It's
You'll see on my
coveralls.
stream later. There's a bunch of the other people got way better pictures. Yeah, he would just hand pigeons to people. It's just what he does.
And that craps on your hand
Yeah, and
the
bites you.
moment you fucking.
Well, yeah, there are some stains on his. He's wearing a jumpsuit for a reason.
You
but
seen
like,
this
you
man
know.
to Nashville.
These things happen.
Right all over your
Yeah.
jacket.
On that note, we need a pigeon noise.
Pigeons. Oh yeah, I guess they do.
Moo.
We didn't go to any tracks this week, did we?
No.
Damn.
We've all been in winter hibernation.
I actually didn't end up seeing a lot of animals in New York City because I guess I only took the subway once. They to shuffle us around the city, they would just there's like 20 of us. They would just order like 3 or 4 Uber XLs and then just stuff everyone into them and drive us around the city. Which was an interesting experience. There's one point where they had a restaurant like 2 or 3 blocks from Times Square. An Uber driver just dropped us off like 2 blocks earlier because it was faster to walk the rest of the way.
That's
Because the traffic was just completely stuck. People parking were animals as usual. That's just kind of a New York standard. One of my favorite streets. This is right next to our hotel in Chinatown. They've got parking on both sides, and they have this lane in the middle that's like painted off. And people just park in the middle of the street, like the middle of 5 lanes. And that's just standard. Like, that's just what you do.
Hey, it's in New York. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Like, there's space there, so people put cars there. Which I think's so funny, because like, well, you're not supposed to, but you're also not supposed to, you know? Because I thought, I was like, that's really weird, but it seems like everyone's super chill about it. And I go
Hey, I
into,
didn't see no sign saying I couldn't park my car here.
yeah, so when you go into Google Street View in the same spot, there's just always gonna be cars there.
Yeah,
oh.
I can't ticket all of us mentality.
Except for that one.
Maybe not in 2019. Oh, it used to, way back in the day, it looks like it used to be they didn't used to have a lane there. All right, maybe it's a recent thing because I'm going back in time and there's not a lot of cars parked in the middle there.
There's a bunch of police cars parked
Yeah.
out there, so you'd think that.
Maybe that's why. That's my fucking hotel, by the way. That place was sick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Damn.
Way up there.
Yeah, so we had there's an arcade next door to the hotel. Not like a video game cafe bar place. And Red Bull said you can come here whenever you want all weekend as long as it's open, and we have unlimited games and unlimited drinks. Which was pretty sick. They had these $15 cocktails that we were just slamming down. I'm
sorry.
What the fuck
He
is
just
this guy
left.
from? What is he from? What is he from? This fucking guy.
Didn't even say anything. He just got up and left.
I was just getting a quick cocktail. I was gonna be back in like 15 seconds.
Quick Mike's Hard Lemonade.
As you do. Anyway, I slammed down so many of those fucking $15 cocktails. That was a good time. On Friday night, me, a guy from Vancouver, a guy from Vermont, and a guy from Northern Ireland went fucking hard in the gaming cafe until they closed. And then we went up to there's a rooftop bar at the hotel.
Oh, Lord.
And the fucking Irish guy, he was drinking like an Irishman. Fucking Archie from Northern Ireland, what a legend. And he was like, all right, I'll buy you guys a round of drinks. And we're like, all right, cool, whatever. We had free drinks all night. We go up here and he's like, I'll buy you whatever is at the bar. He's like, oh, just get me whatever your most popular cocktail is.
Did anybody
pour us some
fall off the
margaritas.
rooftop bar?
Well, he was like, hey, like, I gotta use the washroom. But here's my jacket and here's my card, so just pay for it. And I'll be back here in like a minute. And I was like, cool. And the guy pours us our drinks. And I look at the card and it's his fucking driver's license, not his credit card. And I'm like, all right, well, I gotta tell the bartender, like, hey, our buddy's gonna pay for it. He's just in the washroom. This guy takes fucking like 10 minutes. Finally comes back out.
It was a setup.
Nah, because he does come back out and he tries to pay with his card, and of course it doesn't work because he's using a friggin' British card in North America. And he's fiddling around with the machine and he's trying to get it to work, and I'm like trying to help him, but he's so far gone. And his credit, I'm like, check your text. His credit card company's texted him and he's like, hey, do you recognize this thing? Text yes. If so, I type yes on his phone. And then the payment goes through. And then we get our
Sounds
drinks.
like wire fraud to me. Yet another reason to go up to Canada and arrest this man.
And then he leaves us. And we don't know where he went. And for like half an hour, we're up in this rooftop. We're on the balcony chilling. And we'd gone around the whole rooftop bar, and like one of the dudes checked all the washrooms, and we don't know where the fuck this guy is. Not a clue. Eventually they close like the outside portion and we come inside. And we're just chatting, and he just walks up like half an hour later and he's like, oh, hey, what's up, guys? And we're like, what the fuck were you? He has no idea. In the morning we asked him, like, dude, where were you? He's like, I don't remember. Not at all. No clue. That's just standard.
Went to go see the Pigeon Man. Little adventure.
So none of us have no idea where he went for half an hour. Yeah. Shout out fucking Archie. Great dude. That's about it. Well, that's all I've got in terms of cool New York stories, I think. But once again, I'll go through a lot more of it on my stream. Has there been any other animosity this week?
Unless you want to talk about UPS animals.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, we have like our permanent helpers.
Okay. And they're not in jail?
Yeah. And yeah, they're not in jail.
That's
and
good.
I have this one guy who I don't know what his deal is, man, but he can't really like hold a conversation. He can't like follow instructions. Like I'll be like, all right, 411 and 413 right there, and he's like venturing across the street to 412. I'm like, nah, I pointed like right there, dude. Like these two houses right here. He's just like, no, I want to go off on an adventure on the other side of the street.
Sounds like something Rusty would do.
Yeah, and I think he has like some I think he has like some communication problems because he'll just he'll like end every sentence with that's for sure. he's like,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, it's like, oh, I didn't know it was that house. That's for sure. It's like, oh, I don't know what time were you meeting up. That's for sure. And I'm just like, okay,
sure.
And he's a weird little dude who has problems like completing sentences. Like sometimes he'll be talking and like his voice just like peters out into nothing. And he's like trying to like talk to me as we're like going down the road. And everything in the truck, it shakes and rattles and all that, and the roads in South Carolina are pretty shitty. So like if you want to talk to somebody who's like in the cab next to you, you gotta like shout at him.
Yeah.
He just has a normal like speaking voice. He's like, hey dude, and meanwhile I just hear like banging and rattling and all this stuff, and I can see his like mouth moving, and I'm just like, dude, I can't understand a word you're saying. You have to speak up. And he like his voice doesn't like raise a single decibel. He keeps talking at the same level.
You just got to smile and nod at that point.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for like 3 goddamn weeks now.
3 weeks, you ain't heard a word he said when you're driving.
But here's the thing. He really loves trains.
Oh, cool.
He loves trains. And the moment you start talking about trains, he has like this Pennsylvania Railroad beanie that he wears because it's been pretty cold here the last couple weeks. He wears that, and I was like, "Hey, is that a Pennsylvania Railroad beanie?" He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I love Pennsylvania Railroad. Like, I love the He starts talking about all these train models and everything, and shows me pictures of like trains and stuff. Now his speech impediment, communication problems gone. Speaks completely clear about everything. So we just been talking about trains for like 3 weeks.
Hell
Just
yeah.
needed a fellow rail fan to relate to, a rail chaser.
That's awesome.
Can't
That's
say
very
that.
wholesome. Rusty, what were you gonna say?
I'm
What do you mean?
not prepared to tell
What
the story.
what did you mean by that?
What was that? You have to tell it now.
Get the key! Oh my god! So I signed up for a gym. I signed up for a gym. It's been like 10 years. It's been 10 years coming. Like So like I'm getting a little thick. I got a couple pair of tits. Like I gotta
things happen.
Those milkers, man.
Like I'm tired of getting honked at the track by Slap. So like I've been telling them the last 2 years. All right, this is the off season. I'm gonna cut weight. And next time you see me, like I'm gonna be wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, completely unbuttoned, just chest hanging out, just my So
Oiled on.
So all right, so I finally got the motivation to sign up for a gym, and it's not a special gym. It's the cheapest gym in the city. It's $10 a month, and but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I just need to go. I need to get my feet wet. I need to get back in the groove. Like, let's just go. There's gonna be a bunch of other idiots like me there. Like, nobody cares. But in the back of my head, I think back to like 20 years ago, like when I was at the YMCA, and there's just always that one dude, and it was probably one time out of 50 where just this. You know where I'm getting at. You just have this like haunting memory that kind of like traumatizes you, where you're like, I'm never going back to a gym ever again. Any gym that has a locker room or a shower, I'm never going back. So
people being weirdos.
Literally day one, that's like day one of me. Like I just want to go and use the treadmill and go home. I walk into the locker room. And the first step I take in there, it's just an old dude with his dong out, and it's like that's like you couldn't like I mean, come on, like
Wrap that thing up.
It's not like you were like taking your time in there, getting changing your clothes, putting your gear on, and it's like 30 minutes go by, and just like one guy walks by. It was the second you step foot in, it's just dong, and I'm like so. These animals, dude. Just animals.
No, that's why I'm getting like a fucking incline bench. I'm getting some weights my own goddamn self. I'm gonna be in the garage just pumping iron, so I don't have to be looking at shrimps out, donkey dicks swinging. I don't want to see that shit.
Put a towel on.
Yeah, we all have a treadmill at home for this reason. People like this that just have to walk around like that. I mean,
like walking, or like, what is he doing? Like,
literally
airing it out, airing out the shrimp. What are you gonna do?
It's not like it was just like a casual whatever. It was an intentional, slow, snail-paced trot to go wherever he was going. I don't think he was going anywhere particular. I think he just I think he was just doing a
Maybe
parade.
it's kink. Yeah, maybe it's just kink. You're shaming him right
Jesus
now.
Christ.
I'm now convinced it is. It 100% is.
Just
So
walking for the sake of walking.
With your dong out.
You got to go there late at night when they're already passed out.
Here's the thing. What if like a kid walks in there and then you wind up on a list or something? This is a bad idea to begin with. This guy's playing with his life.
Yeah, that should be illegal. That's what I was saying earlier before the podcast started.
That's indecent exposure.
Like if you're, you know, whatever, halfway through changing, I understand it. But if you're walking around just showing it off.
well, I think I'm trying to figure this out because I'm new to the gym experience. I think these older dudes like are just trying to get out of the house, and they just for whatever
get their
reason,
shrimps out of the
they're
house.
living. Yes, they're like
honestly-
living their fantasy of walk.
These older dudes, they grew up in a time where, you know, in high school, middle school, like you went to like the locker room and everybody just, you know, disrobed and had their shrimp out. And like now
It's a generational thing. That was just the
Yeah.
norm for them.
That was my initial thought, but I've been to the gym 7 straight days, so I'm starting to get a kind of feel for who's there and who's doing what. And
Respect.
these
Swole
older
Rusty.
dudes are, I think I'm telling you, I think they just show up, sit in the jacuzzi or the hot tub for like an hour, walk around naked, and then go home. Like they're not hitting any of the weights or like the machines. They're just there for one reason.
Dong.
Yeah, that's a little sus. These people might need to like,
So-
be, like, hey, manager,
hit the
you might
button.
want to keep an eye on this person.
Hit the butt.
I actually have a related
list.
story from New York City about someone with their dong out.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Now we got it here.
When we were in Washington Square Park taking pictures, this was, I think, like after everything, after Pigeon Man, after I got yelled at, Archie's like, yo, he's like, I saw some guy with his willy out, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he just whipped it out to take a piss in the fountain. And I'm like, as a joke, I'm like, did you at least get a photo of it? And he's like, yeah, I think I did. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he's digging through his camera. And he has a photo of this dude just standing there, dong out.
He took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my.
I mean, if the dude's gonna be like in New York City with his dong out pissing into a fountain, you gotta expect somebody's gonna get a picture of
So
that.
later on that day, when we went back to the photography school, we had to like submit our like 2 best photos to the teacher, and I'm like, dude, I got a picture to show the class. Unfortunately, he
Dong
didn't
out
do it.
pissing in the fountain.
Jesus. It's an
Yeah,
art
shout out to
piece.
that
It's,
dude.
it's symbolic of
The light was just right,
society.
man. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, when I was delivery driving for like a sub shop way back when years ago, I saw at least like 3 people just peeing in public, like on like party nights. Just
Oh yeah,
like,
these things
dude,
happen.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Play with your life, though. If you get
Disgusting.
caught,
Yeah,
you're making the
yeah.
list.
Speaking of peeing, dude, my fucking helper, he had to use the bathroom, so instead of
Uh-oh.
asking me like, "Hey, can we like stop at a gas station or something so I can use the bathroom?" He goes up to a customer that he just handed a package off to and asks him to use his fucking bathroom.
Oh my
no.
god.
And I'm just like, he's like, "Man, I gotta go," and I was just like, "Well, tell me that. Don't tell the freaking customer that."
Did the customer
Was
let
this
them
his
in?
first day?
No, it was like his 5th day on the job.
Jesus
And he
Christ.
So what
said,
happened?
Did they let him in?
People asking some random customer like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom real quick?" It's like, it's not
Did
the
it
way this
work?
works, bro.
I gotta
No,
know.
the dude like looked really awkward. He's like, you know, I my kids are here. I can't. And he just like walked away. I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
I
you
know
gotta
what?
use your
I
bathroom. If you
approve
got-
of that.
yeah. So, you know, dude. But luckily, there was like a, you know, like a pool house, clubhouse where the neighborhood was, and they have like, you know, it's always open, and so you could go in there and use the bathroom real quick.
Nice.
And one day it was closed. And he's like, "I gotta go." And I'm just like, "Man, we're kind of out of options, like where we're at here. Like, I think you're just gonna have to go in the bottle, in a water bottle."
Oh,
Jesus.
God
And so
damn.
he like
Amazon
does his
style.
business in the water bottle, and I literally point to like the ground. I was like, "Go dump it out in the ground or over there," you know. And he doesn't do that. He like stands in the parking lot and just dumps it, just standing up, and it splashes all over his fucking jeans, and he's just like unloading it. He's just not paying any goddamn attention.
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
God.
no, it like close to the ground so it doesn't splash onto you and like in the fucking grass so nobody can see it and
Did
nobody
you have to
notices.
explain to this dude how to wipe his ass too? I mean, what the
I guess so. Like this dude does not know how to be like fucking subtle. He
damn.
can't follow instructions.
Jesus.
Like and when he gets off the truck, I'm like, dude, use the handrail when you're getting off the truck. You know, number one rule: use a handrail when you're getting off the truck. That way, if you slip, you know it's wet and rainy. Has been for the last 2 weeks. If you slip, your hand can catch you. What does he do after I tell him this? He just stops doing it, and I like, dude, use a handrail. Doesn't listen, slips, falls down. He's like, yeah, that's for sure. And he gets back up and he fucking gets the package. Fucking
Yeah, that's for
walks
sure.
off to the location. I'm like, dude, just you're making this job so much harder for me and you than it needs to be. Like, come on, man.
Crap.
And then we're like working like late one night. Like it gets to be about 7 o'clock and like we're finally done. You know, we got our asses kicked that day, and I'm like getting him to sign like the time card and everything. He's like, yeah, we got a 1 a.m. start. You know, I'm not gonna get that much sleep. I was like, what the fuck you mean 1 a.m. start? He's like, yeah, I work preload too. So he like loads the trucks in the morning, and they start at 1 a.m. I was like, dude, why didn't you tell me? I would let you go at like 4 o'clock so you could get home and get some sleep. You know, I wouldn't have kept you out here till 7 o'clock at night. So you get like, you know, if you get home at 8 and you like wind down, you go to sleep at 9. Like now you get 4 hour, or no, you gotta wake up at midnight and then get into work at 1 a.m. So he gets 3 hours of sleep that night. And I was like, dude, why didn't you say something?
You want that money?
He just has a hard time communicating, man.
He's doing his damn best.
He is doing his best. I need, but then I learned the train trick, and he's been like pretty good ever since.
Oh yeah.
Just keep the conversation on trains, and he's cash money.
That's cool. All right. Next segment is the media check-in. Don't have a theme song for this one, but what the hell have we been watching? Or reading, I guess, or playing. Oh, we've been playing BeamMP. Can we talk about that?
Yes, that shit is awesome.
We finally got the BeamMP server working, even though they updated the game today, and that probably breaks it. But we'll get back onto it. We did some monster truck stuff the other night, some rallycross stuff, some banger racing. It's a damn good time.
Can we do that
It
again
really
tonight?
is.
Yeah.
I'd be
Oh
down.
no, because the update came out and it broke the server.
Oh yeah.
So give it a few days. They'll update it. But dude, the rallycross stuff was awesome, and we did some like goofy little monster truck races and freestyles. Had a great time with that. Ed kicked our asses.
No, I'm gonna make some videos of that soon though, because it's I realized that there are some methods that you can make some pretty sweet content out of that for what we were doing. So stay tuned.
Hell yeah. Other video game news. The Toyota Tundra NAS truck is coming to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Among other things. Which is cool because I already have my oval tracks that I made, so we can run those with the new trucks. Maybe make some content out of that.
Yeah. We should do another championship with that.
Yeah. I kind of want to build a Darlington track now after watching Cozy tonight. Shout out to Michael Cozy Jr., WinVow 8820, by the way, 1 point away from being a Coke Series driver. Tune in next week, Tuesday night, 9 p.m, twitch.tv/WinVow8820. Watch him become a Coke Series driver. It'll be fucking cool. The only problem is they end the season at goddamn Texas. The worst possible track. So it's literally all going to come down to qualifying.
We're going to win.
I just hope that he spends the rest of the week just fucking qualifying.
Easiest dub of his life.
It's gonna be a good one. He's in a pretty good position, I think. I'm 5 episodes into the Peripheral. Rust, have you started that yet? It's okay if not.
I haven't done anything for about 2 weeks.
That's fine. I only asked because I know you'd love it. It keeps getting better. I'm excited for the last 3 episodes. They've already come out. Some people have already watched them, but I haven't.
I saw one of my favorite comedians this past Thursday. It was a good time.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about it? Or,
Dave Chappelle when he introduced Elon Musk.
Yeah, shout out to Elon Musk for getting booed off stage. That was great. I enjoyed that.
I'm rich, bitch.
Now he's no longer the richest man in the world.
Don't buy Twitter, kids. This is what happened.
All right, Cody doesn't want to talk about it. Does anyone else want to talk about something?
Oh shit! You were talking about.
Well, you just mentioned it.
Well, then you guys switched the.
No, we
subject
asked.
right away.
Nah.
Oh, it was fucking. I got to see Louis C.K. It was a damn good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did he pull his dong out too? Yeah.
The shrimps all around.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was in a fucking Minneapolis locker room in a gym and.
Shrimp Powers presents dongs out.
Yes.
Hold on.
Rusty's muted himself. He's laughing so
We
hard.
lost.
We lost a good voice.
Yeah, zoom in.
Good one.
I wish you could zoom in.
Enhance.
I just feel like I'm laughing the entire episode, and it's like I'm
Good.
not trying to kill the whole thing. Like,
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh,
I
my
didn't-
God.
Oh
I
no.
didn't
Nice swell. Look at
consider
nice
this.
swell. Diving with that ball.
He
Look
fucked
at
it.
nice
He
swell.
fucked it.
Sewell, however the fuck.
Does that still work? Is that where? Oh god, I might have
Oh, you-
biffed some
you
things.
broke-
Yeah, you fucked it.
Can I undo?
Why is it?
Oh, I
frozen on me,
can.
Like, throw it in the bottle.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Go
I'm
to
waiting for the ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The streamers take a-
I'll tell you.
The
Oh,
Windows XP error sound.
last thing for media check-in, we raced core last week. I don't remember anything. I was in a daze and I got on a plane immediately after.
Crash,
It was a
man.
disaster. iRacing broke, and a lot of people watched though. We had triple-digit viewers on the main broadcast, for I think the entire night, which makes me very happy. And supposedly iRacing has fixed all the issues that they encountered.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I actually really
Yeah.
do appreciate Cisco, especially for like
Yeah.
working with us that night to try and get things solved, and then immediately like pushing everything forward through to iRacing, getting that stuff fixed.
Like Core League literally, made updates and fixes for the whole
Yeah.
public. So that's really cool.
And I was so worried that people would leave after the first session broke.
It was a Michigan 2.0.
It started
Yeah.
off as a bit of a shit show, but yeah, you guys recovered very well. And
We ended up having a really good race, and I think the drivers really liked it, which makes me happy. Even with as much wrecking as there was going on. I think at Homestead, with a more spread out field and a bit more room to breathe, it'll be a bit more fun.
Dude, it's gonna be a classic, guaranteed classic.
If we get as many cars, or close to as many cars as we did at
If
Daytona,
we get 25, it's gonna be a banger.
and with how close a lot of the drivers are in skill, it's going to be a
Yep.
good fucking time. So
Yep.
make sure you tune into that. That'll be the day this podcast comes out, 9 p.m. twitch.tv/ftf_GG.
be there.
Yeah, I'll be streaming it too. I'm excited. Core's back, baby. Despite a lot of things, we had a good time last week.
Season 5, half a decade of core.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got it.
All right. With that, is there anything else to say for media check-in? Anyone?
Chainsaw Man has gotten spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to give anything away because, but it's gotten spicy. It's gotten good.
All right. With that, it's on to the next segment.
Send in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking hands, slap. Send in your fucking
cold
mail.
now, too.
Send them in, guys. Wash your fucking
Too cold
hands,
to
slap.
wash my hands,
I don't
man.
give a fuck, man.
Jesus.
You better send in those emails at this point.
Better watch those
Welcome
hands,
to
guys.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
Oh, hit the camera.
Dead. Cody's dead.
Someone's gonna figure out where that song is from, right? I think I mentioned this last week. You know what I
People not
didn't
know?
mention last week? Send them in, guys. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. If it's good and it's not stupid and it's not too long, we will read it on the show. We got some damn
Nothing
good
about
emails this week.
Transformers.
Oh my God.
Last
Golly.
week's Transformer.
I gotta say, we did get some good stuff this week. Harley Payne wrote in. He said he made me a birthday card, which says "Cool Shrimp Guy 77, Happy Birthday DriveThrough." So, thank you, Harley.
That's wholesome.
Anyway, I won't bother to write a story. My question for this week: what's the most interesting dream you've ever had? Also, have a good one and don't eat any suspicious canned meat.
Can't do anything about the last part. I mean, it's like half my personality at this point.
Yeah, understandable.
I've had a reoccurring nightmare since childhood where there's sharks that can somehow move around on land that chase me around, and I'm like unable to run without just stumbling like after 2 steps.
I thought it was going to be about the Packers for sure.
I had a dream.
I have a dream that the Packers won 10 straight Super Bowls.
I had one a couple nights ago that I was petting my cat. I don't have a cat. That was interesting. I have really.
Sign you need to get one.
I have really memorable dreams for some reason. Like I will pretty much every night remember my dreams. Pretty cool. I should write them down somewhere. I have recurring nightmares. I always have, especially in my like teenage years, about subway systems. Like I'll be like trapped in a tunnel with trains coming, or I'll be like on top of a train, or in like a crazy dark, scary underground like station thing.
Trapped on top of the train.
It's like none of it is based in reality. Like I literally took the subway every damn day. Like I have no problem with that. But when I go to sleep, I'm apparently scared of it.
Yeah, I've never had a reoccurring nightmare. I'd like when somebody tried to explain to me what reoccurring nightmares were, I was just like, wait, like you have the same dream twice? It's literally never happened to me.
Did I ever share my story on the podcast about this?
No.
I don't know. Start saying it. And I'll let you know.
I've had a couple. Well, it was when I was a kid. Kind of. I don't remember what year they stopped, but I know how they stopped. But basically, I had a series of dreams, different topics. But the one that I finally defeated, if you will, it was about like the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz. For whatever reason, she was always in my nightmares. And I mean, the other ones I've had are like tornadoes or like a T-Rex finding me, hiding and eating me, whatever.
I've had dinosaur eating me dreams too.
I've had the shark one too, where you just jump in a pool and the shark gets you. But the Wicked Witch of the West, it would be the wildest scenario or scene, and she would always like find me or chase me, whatever. And like there was one night where I had this nightmare, and this went over years. And in my mind, like in the dream, like something clicked. I'm like I'm gonna beat you. Like tonight's the night. And I don't remember how I defeated the dream, but ever since that night where I defeated the Wicked Witch of the West, I've never ever dreamed about it ever again. Never had the nightmare ever again. So I believe because there's sometimes when you're having your dream or your nightmare, you feel like there's like a moment of control where you realize what's going on. So I feel like if you're having a recurring nightmare, you can defeat it. I haven't figured out how to do the tornado, but I figure out if you can figure out what that is, you can defeat it and never have it again.
I think you've told that story before, but that's awesome.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
One of the
sorry if that was my second time telling it in like 2 weeks.
No, it's fine.
I've never heard that story. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard.
Oh, all right. I had a terrible idea a few months ago when I couldn't sleep. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and I decided to start like writing my sort of common nightmares into one of those AI image generators. Just to see what it would come up with.
I remember seeing that.
I put it on my burner Twitter. Dude, it's kind of fucking scary, dude. just like dark and like creepy. Like,
oh no,
AI like
is that
art
what it
things.
is? Is it
this looks like shit I used to see while urbexing.
So this is all AI generated stuff based on like prompts that I've written.
Oh no.
This is at like 5:30 a.m. and I'm like, dude, this was a horrible idea.
Dude, I've been in places to photograph that would make your skin crawl, DT.
Here's a subway
there's
related
the subway,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This shit's fucking scary.
Why would you do this to yourself?
It's not good.
That one creeps me the fuck out.
This one?
Train? No, that's second to last one. Yeah.
Like
I don't know
a
what
wrecked
is
ship
that.
on an island.
Collapsed
Looks like.
Yeah.
lighthouse.
When you
That
said you
is
had
horrifying.
recurring dreams of being like stuck on a train in a tunnel, I immediately thought of it's gonna be a fucking boomer reference, but the end of Speed, the movie with Keanu Reeves,
I've no
Yeah.
where he
watched
fucking
it.
pushes the dude's head up on that fucking like the thing on the roof coming up. He's like, "I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter." And they fucking decapitates the dude basically, and Keanu Reeves' finishing line is, "Yeah, well, I'm taller." And speaking of nightmares, have you guys ever had sleep paralysis?
No, dude, that sounds terrifying.
I've kind
I've
of
had
wanted
it-
to.
I've had it
never
like
though.
3 times in my life, and yeah, dude, you'd never want to have it. It's your body is asleep, but your mind is wide awake. You're looking around, you can see shit, but you're unable to move. You're unable to speak. Your mind's still like partially hallucinating. So like, even though you
Yeah, I
can, like,
heard
it's
if you lucid dream
terrifying.
a lot, this shit can happen. Is what I've heard.
The first time it ever happened was like when I was 16 or 17, and I was in my mom's old place, and yeah, I just woke up in the middle of the night. I was unable to move, unable to speak, but I could see like figures like darting around, and,
Dude.
like, moving around in my fucking room.
Dude,
Yeah, it's just fucking terrifying.
I saw one on Twitter. I don't want to say his name, but like he said like the monster thing was like sitting at the end of his bed, and like he literally couldn't move, and it was like the scariest thing ever. Like, dude, that's got to be.
Yeah, your mind is
Damn.
awake, still partially asleep and hallucinating, but still mostly awake, and yeah, your body's just completely asleep. It's terrifying.
Nice.
You guys ever have like those dreams when you're like half asleep? Like you just like laid down, you're like half asleep,
Yeah.
and then like, you fall or something.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
you
and
just
then you get the
like,
ooh,
jump.
all the time.
Yup.
Yeah, so I have a theory about that. I think that's
Oh.
when you actually die in real life, and then God gives you a do-over. He respawns you in your bed, and that's like where you like come back.
Like that was supposed to be the stroke, but then he just undid it.
Yeah, but then they're like, all right, you get a respawn. We're gonna put you at your respawn point, just like in Minecraft, the bed.
Oh, and you go back in time. You don't
Go back
remember
to the
any of what
last
actually
checkpoint.
happened.
Ah.
Oh,
That's when the great power above decides to give you a do-over.
I'm gonna think of that
Dude.
the next time that happens.
Big guy.
I had a dream a couple of years ago that was like a theatrical release. It was like a full. It was like a movie in
love
my goddamn
those.
head.
Yeah,
It was so good. I literally raced up from my bed and wrote it down. And unfortunately, I can't actually find what I wrote down.
No,
but I
you'll find it.
but
It'll
because
turn
I
up.
wrote
It'll
it
turn
down, I actually remember it pretty well. So it all started like literally, Rusty, you're gonna love this. It starts with just nuclear detonation. Like shit is going. There's like war on Earth. It's fucking going off.
Slap
like
perks up out of the tent.
and I'm getting in that shit.
This is it, boys. My moment.
And there's like these escape pods that take you inside of Earth. And apparently it's revealed that there's like a whole other world that you can live in inside of
yeah,
Earth.
there is.
Oh, here we go.
It's called Zion.
Floods.
But
It's called
dude,
Zion.
Dude, it kept shifting between like two different storylines like that were intertwined. There was like this whole like modern civil war going on inside this second like Middle Earth thing. And there were like assassins and people breaking out of these like cells of like a worn down jail in a desert. It was like extremely vivid. And it got cut off when I eventually woke up. So I can write any ending to this eventually when I turn it into a TV show. But it gave me a hell of a basis.
Dude, that is a whole ass screenplay.
It was a
Dude,
That's
dude,
cool.
have you guys ever had calcium
That ass
dreams?
What now?
Calcium dreams.
Is that drug induced?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So
The theory is my friend who is like a fucking crack addict basically. He's like,
Nice.
dude, you need to have like calcium dreams. I was like, what the fuck you mean calcium dreams? Like, well, there's something in calcium. It makes you dream like super vivid. So it's like here's what you do: you drink like 2 glasses of milk, take like 3 or 4 antacids, take another glass of milk, and then go to fuck to bed.
Eat a block of cheese.
As much calcium as you can get in your system, exactly.
Bag of cheese.
And then go to sleep, and you'll have the most lucid, vivid fucking dreams. I had it one time where I like was in a field, and there was like a brick wall on like one side, and like it just went on forever. And I was just like, okay, so this is a dream, obviously. And then I like reached out, and I felt the brick wall, and I was just like, that feels too real. I think this is real right now. And I just walked along that brick wall until eventually I ended up at my like high school that I used to go to. And I like walked in and then I like woke up and I was just like in bed and I was just like, that was really, really stupidly vivid. And then my alarm immediately went off.
Yep. Yes.
And it
yes.
was like daylight outside. And I was just like, that was fucking crazy as shit.
Damn.
So yeah, just drink a bunch of milk, take some antacids, some calcium supplements, and then go to bed and see where that takes you.
I've
Write
had
us
weird-
in ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. If you get calcium dreams, send us your stories.
Dude, can we do the calcium
You smoke
challenge?
crack.
Yeah.
And
Everyone
he's
have-
right into us.
drink a half gallon of milk right before bed tonight. Dude,
Yeah.
I've had weirdly vivid dreams where I'm like in my old high school, like just reliving my high school
Dude.
days, and I haven't stepped foot in my high school in like well over a decade.
Dude, I had a dream that like I, with like my current knowledge, had like zipped back to grade 11 and was basically like given the opportunity to change my whole life from that point onwards.
You shit on him.
Yeah.
Were you like a
It's
genius?
just like, I will never
Like,
ever
no,
meet
I-
the shrimps. I will make this right.
Yeah, it was really like I woke up and I was like,
I will not play
should I
Rocket
have done
League.
it differently? Like what would happen? That one made me really think. I still get all the time. I get dreams where I'm like, shit, there's a course that I have never studied for and failed the midterm and the exam is
Yeah.
tomorrow. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't end.
It's
yeah, I get
weird.
those dreams all the time. Like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like I've skipped class for like 6 weeks and now I've
Yep.
got to like
Yep.
take an exam or some shit.
Yep.
You missed a bunch of homework assignments. It's like, fuck, I'm 30, but I'm like asleep and I'm sitting there worried about homework. Like, fuck, like I forgot my assignment.
That's how fucking stressful school is, man. That digs in
It
you.
just gives you
fucks you up for
PTSD.
life.
Just
It
gives you
does.
PTSD for the.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna keep rolling through these questions because we
Yeah,
still
there's a lot of
got
time spent on
7
dreams.
more.
Dude, yeah, we thought we were gonna rip this in like 15
Hey,
minutes.
That was a good question, though. That was a
really
damn good question.
Yeah.
Shout out.
All right, Mr. Ass writes in again.
Hey.
Says, once I was driving to a store when I saw a car parked on the side of the road with a giant ass sign on the roof that said to repent, and the car was wrapped in other crazy religious shit. What is the craziest car you've ever seen?
Oh, I got one for you. I gotta find it
Oh.
though first. You guys do your answers first.
I
Oh,
don't know.
there's one that's a Greenville classic. If you've ever driven through Greenville, you know what I'm talking about. It's this 1980 Caprice Classic with it's lifted with like 30-inch rims or whatever.
Oh, it's
and
donked
just
out.
yeah, and it's just got like a sweet tarts wrap. Just the
That's
candy,
kind of cool.
Just
Why
the candy
sweet
sweet
tarts?
tarts. Yeah,
They're dude.
you got like the multicolored rims and shit, and it's just
Oh,
a fucking
dude.
baller car.
Shout out to this Verizon screenshot of this car, but there it is.
Wow.
Sweet tarts. Slap the other shit open.
I see it.
All right.
Is that it?
Just wanted you to confirm.
It made shitty card mods. That's always good.
Sweet and tart.
Yeah, but that's a Cutlass.
You telling me this isn't the right?
This is
Sweet
a wrong
Tarts
Sweet
donk?
Tarts car.
No, it's a different one. There's another one.
Oh my!
Ain't no
well, you gotta
way.
take a picture of yours then.
If it ain't this, it says it's in Greenville. Get out of here, Slap.
That's
Nah.
dumb.
What do you
God.
mean, nah?
That's literally it.
That's
Oh my
literally it.
God. Is there two of them?
No, this is
If
the
there's
car.
two of them,
Slap.
we gotta ask some questions.
I swear to God, it was a Caprice 4-door Caprice Classic from 1980. That's a fucking Cutlass.
Well, maybe just wrong.
I think
Maybe I
you
saw
are
it in one of my
incorrect.
calcium dreams, and I just
You
assumed
might-
it was real.
You know what I wish I would have seen in a calcium dream, but unfortunately I had to see it for real. There was a guy around here for years who was notorious for driving this car that every single window was filled up to the top with trash and just garbage all the
Oh.
way to the back of the car.
Garbage.
All the way.
There's a subreddit
And,
for that.
there was a preloader at work that used to
I
have
do
a car like
believe-
that.
I do believe this particular individual is now in jail for a rather heinous crime. So I haven't seen it in a while.
Damn.
But
What do you do?
Dude, there was
Uh,
a fucking preloader.
I don't want to. This could be a looked up story, so I'll just say someone died. He He didn't help him.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a fucking preloader that would like roll up to the preload at UPS, and like when I would come to park my car, his roommate or whoever was living with him was like living out of his car, and he would be like asleep in the back seat with his like feet dangling out from an open door. And it was just this guy just he and this other dude lived in this car, and there was like all this
Two of
trash
them?
and shit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I asked a few dudes, I was like, do you know who that car belongs to? And they're like, nah, dude, but there's always some dude sleeping in there with his like feet dangling out.
Doesn't that get cold? He can't even fit in the car.
Yeah, it'd be like 30 degrees outside. Still have his feet dangling out.
That's not
That's
wash your
dedication
hands
to
temperature
this.
right there. I found the dude I was thinking of.
Cody sent in some photographs.
There's a dude in downtown Milwaukee that's a bit of like a
Jesus
like
Christ.
like
Oh my
a
God.
local legend. He's named Brother Ron. And yeah, he just has this shitty old station wagon that's just covered with just messages and stickers and yeah.
What the what?
And he has a megaphone where he just goes around blaring.
Wait, this
like,
is
you
a
need-
different dude.
That yeah, that's
Oh no, the handwriting's the same.
I think that was a different car, same dude.
All right.
But yeah, he just goes around basically saying the apocalypse is coming, Christ is coming, you must repent, and just fucking yeah.
Jesus.
We got eight.
What does that
We
say
got
up
8
there?
years.
MP5 teacher, whoring, queering, witching.
Jesus,
Excuse me?
I didn't
Up
say
there
it.
in the top left, kind of in the center.
I don't know if you want to show any of these messages for too
MP5,
long.
teach.
Yeah.
Pocket pool.
I think I get the idea.
But yeah, just some crazy dude that just all day, every day, he just goes around downtown Milwaukee, just tooling around slowly in this car, just blaring out messages out of his megaphone. Shout out to
He's
Brother Ron.
blocking the brake lights, obscuring the license plate. It's got to be a ticket, right?
Nah.
Nah, let him live.
Nah,
let
he's
him
driving
live.
good.
Yeah.
He's not driving, he's traveling.
I think the
That's,
license plate's open, just
Nah,
barely.
he's traveling
Or the
good.
brake lights. Just barely.
Yeah. All right. That's a good answer for craziest car. I don't have anything that nuts up here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Next one comes in from Sanok. Sanok says, "Hey shrimps and maybe guest." No. What are some of the
No.
what are some of the worst shameless ripoffs you've seen in a store? I saw this the other day and it was hilarious. And he sent a picture of what is definitely a McLaren F1 car labeled Speed King, and it costs 20 whatever Brazilian currency is. And he says, also, shut up, Rusty, with the DK64 slander. So I guess you talk
Well,
shit
he
about
told you.
Donkey
I saw
Kong
that in the
64.
previous video, by the way. I know what he's talking about.
I do
Fuck up,
pretty distinctly remember from my latest China trip, I was going to try and like buy some dinky little cars for my friends. And they had, because it's all these little stalls and they all have like the same general suppliers. They all have generally the same shit. And they had these little LaFerrari models, except they turned this supercar into a limousine and it had like 2 sets of like gull-wing doors. Don't know why.
Oh, good.
But someone had, I guess, come up with that idea. That's about all I've got for that. All right, next question. Doggo writes in. He says, "Back to carry fan mail, boys. This one might be too long. Please don't hurt me. We'll see. What's happening, shrimps? Firstly, I'm officially advocating for a slap segment where he talks about a random crazy ass moment from sports history. He'd be the right man for the job.
Yeah.
Slap, if you want to, like, we could make that a thing. If you want to research it each week.
I'm down, dude.
There's no shortage of those. Yeah.
The
He's
crazy ass
wasting
sports moment.
he's wasting his content on like 200 views when his channel could get 200,000 views minimum.
Another valid point.
No, because well, this could be like a test flight. Something goes well here. You should make a 10-cent beer night video for your own
I'll
channel.
make a video on Maine on the anniversary of 10 Cent
Yeah.
Beer Night. What was that?
It's
June 4th.
It's like DT with the Jimmy Johnson theory. He talked about it on a podcast, and then he made a video about it, which blew up. Same thing with Slap.
Also, have to say DT's excursions to New York City have been very fun to follow, and as residing in Queens, can confirm we are rat capital. Recently saw one that was just sleep in the middle of the sidewalk. Very cool.
Dude,
Nice.
Doggo, have you seen the ones that are in the guinea pig bags that are frozen?
What?
What?
I beg your pardon.
You said what?
What do you mean
I saw-
guinea pig
did
baby?
what?
I saw a video on Instagram, and this
What did
lady
he
was
say?
like, she's in New York. She's like, look, like, and the packaging shows guinea pig, but inside it's like a 2-foot rat frozen.
Maybe because someone's pet from like a veterinary hospital.
No, it was a whole.
That's all I can think of.
Chest of frozen rats.
Oh my god.
All right. It's gotten so dire that our damn mayor got fined for a rat infestation on his own property.
Nice.
Not only that, but we now need someone to be a fucking rat czar, and the job pays, I shit you not, $120,000 to $170,000 a year. Welcome to hell.
Dude, I've
For
seen
this topic-
videos- Oh, sorry.
A bit of a Monster Jam retrospective / convo would be cool. Iconic moments and whatnot. Ed, you're gonna like this. Tom Meents is the GOAT, by the way. Debate a wall.
Mence, but all right, we'll take that.
Is it Mence?
He's
Fuck.
it's Mence. He is, I think, the most decorated. He has the most hardware. If you really wanted to boil it down, so I could see the argument for that for sure.
I did not really like get into monster trucks as a kid. Like I never knew what like who the fuck was who or like what the fuck was what. I remember Blue Thunder was cool and everyone knew what Gravedigger was. But like I said in the BMP segment, we've been kind of getting into monster trucks lately to the point where like Ed will just show us some old monster truck footage like late at night in Discord. And I'm getting educated. Apparently not on the pronunciation of Tom Ments, but he shouldn't spell it means, and then we'd be all right.
What are you gonna do? There's lots of lore. Lots of lore.
I think one of the coolest things Eddie showed me was like, I don't know what the world finale was, but not to spoil it, but there were multiple versions of a certain truck or two that would be spawned.
Rusty, this
after
happened
they
20 years ago. You can spoil it.
All I'm saying, it was pretty cool that they would like destroy a truck, bring one out, destroy it, bring out another one, and then like the enemy would come out and like try to dunk on them. Like as a kid, I can imagine how cool that would be.
I've also learned
was awesome.
that. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just saying it's awesome. That's kind of nerd shit that I grew up on that got me into it my whole life.
I learned that they don't use crush cars anymore.
Whack.
Like,
Yeah,
what
that's
is
why
the point?
it's dead. It's kind of dead because of that very fact.
I'll
Why-
donate my Ford Focus just so it can be a crush.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be crushed in a year whether you want it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, why doesn't someone just go out there and be like, hey, let's do a monster truck thing with cars that get crushed?
People do. There's smaller shows that don't have quite the venue size that Monster Jam has that use buses and stuff still. Like they use Monster Truck
Yeah.
Throwdown's a good one.
It's
They
the
use all
coolest
that
thing.
stuff. But yeah, Monster Jam, I think it's a mixture of like cost cutting and then like they really are super in their own ass about safety nowadays.
Yeah.
What's
like-
unsafe about a piece of metal that's getting bent into another piece of metal?
Because then the steering column gets ejected out of it and hits a
When,
kid.
when has that
it's
ever
snapping
happened?
That
It's
actually, well,
happened.
a drive shaft did hit a kid in Tucson in like or Tacoma. It was Tacoma in 2009, and it became a
TRN.
huge fucking no. He dead. There was a whole problem. There's a whole.
But they have a
ass
cage
thing.
around the thing now. They'll be fine.
They do, so it would be okay. But I don't know. I wish they'd bring them back because it would make it a hell of a lot more interesting than it is now.
Yeah.
What if they
All
did
right.
like the baseball thing and put like a net around it? And like, I know that's kind of corny, but like,
They do it in hockey.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Kill the
It is a little
video.
corny, but
I want to go back to like the hockey games of the 1950s where they just had no fucking glass up there.
Yeah, and
It
the
was
Bruins would jump in
survival
and
of the
fight the
fittest.
fans.
did you know that back in like the 80s, they did monster truck shows on hockey rinks in Canada that were still like the hockey rinks were still out there?
Hell
Like, they
yeah.
didn't
Still
Build them.
frozen.
Yeah,
That's
they,
awesome.
They were just there's like nowhere to go. There's nowhere to
Fire
move.
and ice.
They were doing like drag races on these things, and they had people sitting in the front rows, like at the boards. They were sitting right behind the boards.
I
Like,
gotta
if this
find
thing
footage of
loses
this.
its
That sounds
mind,
great.
you're dying. Like, it's over.
All right. Andrew R from Down Under is written in. And he says, I've been watching the Core League, which is Shrimp adjacent. It's literally run by me and Ben. I wouldn't say it's Shrimp adjacent. I would say it's pure Shrimp.
That is a high level shrimp. Yeah, he's
Ed Soundhead's config is gloriously obnoxious.
oh, that's thank you. Thank you
Ed
so
bought
much.
4 config spaces, so he gets a big boy.
This is all I wanted.
I quite like the odd manufacturers which appear. Volkswagen, Subaru, Honda, and best of all, Little Tykes. Yeah, shout out to Brayton Laster. Typically, I'll run either Holdens or Mazdas in online leagues, though I've run Zill and Skoda. Alright, so you're doing some weird shit. Little Tykes is the best manufacturer that I've seen anywhere in a long time because it stares in the face of reality, laughs, and flashes V signs. I guess that's the, like, upsetting one, the British one, the V sign. People don't care about that here. Given that online cars can literally be anything, what things that aren't car manufacturers would you run?
Oh, I'm reaching deep into hell for an example right here. I had to go to Core After Dark.
Winnebago.
That'd be kind of cool. Things that aren't car manufacturers, that's kind of hard to answer.
Yeah.
Ed, what the hell are you looking for?
Well, I was gonna say either like you should make like a monster mutt if we want to go back to the monster truck thing.
That would be kind of cool, actually. I do like a monster mutt.
This doesn't really fit the. Oh, is it not gonna load for
I
me?
need the Bob.
Anyway, you remember
Keselowski
my
Winnebago.
cursed Avenger NR 2003 late model?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get this picture to work.
The Brian Keselowski Winnebago and have it ban everyone.
I forgot about the Avenger late model.
But
That
you
was
wanna see
back in
something cursed. That
The
is.
NR 2003 days.
There we go. There you go. There she is.
Yeah, this is Ed's NR 2003 late model, based off of Avengers. What is it? 57 Chevy.
Yeah, kinda, somewhat.
Look at
This skull
Look at the-
very.
I remember this.
Look at the
Crudely
catfish
made.
face on it.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
It's
honestly, this looks better than the real ones they ran in 2007 that had the same like nose on them. This ain't too bad.
Can we watch that that Berlin finish again real quick?
No, we sure can't. We sure can.
Andrew says,
He has
P.S. Davin Cornelius is the name of someone who should be running 4-horse quadrigas in the Circus Maximus circa 122 during the reign of Hadrian. Bitch, my name is literally like on this podcast on audio platforms. Is the Core the first time you've heard my whole ass name?
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Also, I'll
Guy
take
named
that as a
DriveThrough
compliment.
From the Outlet
Wait, are we shitting on
podcast.
an emailer? Like, what's going?
No, he just said my name sounds old.
You have a boomer name. It's true.
I kind of like it.
You shouldn't.
All right, that's fair. All right, next one comes in from Shlomo. Shlomo says, "Hello, shrimps. How we doing? I know Animal Planet has brought forth the downright madmen and disgraces to society, but who would you claim is the weirdest person you've seen at a racetrack? Mine would be at the SRX race at Stafford, where I was sitting next to this old man who was rooting for Haley Deegan a little too much. And every time the cars passed, he would recreate what they did with his hands. And his wife was right next to him. And follow up, what Power Ranger would you be?" Thanks from Shlomo.
The one that just
base
broke.
Shlomo.
Shout out to Shlomo.
The Green Ranger.
Weirdest
which
dude
one?
you've seen at a racetrack or person in general.
It's like a kinky cowboy at Michigan one time. That was kind of interesting.
Yo.
He was like
There you
decked
go.
out in like pink trim. I don't even think he really had a shirt on. He had cowboy boots on. They were pink hat.
Respect.
Certainly interesting.
I've seen like Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott lookalikes wandering around, but I know it's not super weird, but I'd remiss if I didn't mention especially with the Chili Bowl coming up, that dude from last year in the turn 2 section with all the rowdies in the
Who?
midst of them throwing the marshmallows. He was just getting pissed off and just yelling at them. I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it.
Yeah.
He was getting pissed off and yelling at them, and just they kept fucking throwing marshmallows at him. And eventually one fucking ended up on track, and security came over, was like, who fucking threw the marshmallow? and just everyone in the crowd just pointed, it was that guy, and they fucking kicked him out.
I forgot about that.
And he was like, it wasn't me. And they're just like, get the fuck out. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Polluted.
Yeah, you're gonna want to befriend the crazy or the rowdies, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I was at the Coca-Cola 600 2011, that one that Dell Jr. like ran out of gas on the last lap.
Oh, no.
And throughout the entire race, there was this girl like sitting in front of me, and she was like apparently a massive Casey Kane fan, and she was just like had like pretending she had cat claws and was just like pointing at him and doing like this the whole time. And there was like an older couple that was like right in front of me. And it was like this dude with the Jerry curls was just like pointing at her, making fun of her with his like old as fuck wife. And I'm like, dude, let her fucking enjoy it. What the fuck? And this dude with the Jerry curls just like giving her shit. And it just sticks with me. Just like this one girl just like being crazy about Casey Kane, just being drunk as fuck, making like cat claws and all this stuff. And the dude in the Jerry curls just like pointing at her and laughing at her.
That's a woman that stuck with you 11 and a half years.
I know. I never forget that like interaction, and those two people never know that I was like sitting behind both of them being like, you two fucking idiots, there's a goddamn race going on. And this is like one of the most memorable moments in like Charlotte Motor Speedway history, and like you're all are just fucking clowning on each other.
Pigeon paid attention more than those people.
I know it.
All right.
Real quick, I gotta give a shout out to a guy that I saw with like this like crazy custom beer bong helmet hat thing with the hoses coming out of it. So multiple racetracks. This is back in 04, 05, 06, 07.
Oh my god.
And I saw him at literally every race I was at. And it had like little die casts on it and everything. And so I saw him at like IRP, I saw him at Chicagoland, Daytona, and Bristol. And it's like Indianapolis as well. And it's like I swear to God, every track I went, stumbled into the dude with the beer bong custom like hard hat helmet thing with diecast. So I don't know if anybody's ever seen this guy. They probably got to be like 40 plus years old like me, but that guy is a legend.
That's pretty cool. That's nuts that you saw him that many times.
Dude, yes.
I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
All right.
Dead.
Damn. Email comes in from Rusty Broussard. He says, hello, Shrimps. It's Rusty. And as you can tell, I'm alive. My question for you guys and your guest, if you have one, is what's your favorite Christmas song and what's your favorite Christmas movie? What do you think about that? I also have an Animal Planet tale for y'all, and it comes from my workplace. The store I work at has been dealing with a shortage of milk. And as soon as we get it on the shelves, the customers just act like absolute heathens by grabbing pretty much a whole crate of gallons, 4 gallons to be precise. It's absolute hell in dairy at this time of year, and I can't imagine how many packages Slap delivers during his shifts.
Shortage of milk up here.
At least 300 a day.
Come to the promised land. We got no shortage of milk.
Here's how you solve the milk problem. You just put it in bags and nobody will want it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, well, I was with you. You had me in the first half. All right, what's up, Ed?
I was gonna say Jim Carrey's The Grinch for me is hands down on the Christmas movies. That one just came out for me at the right time. And that is a banger.
I don't know if I have a favorite.
My favorite Christmas song is Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, but Shrimply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. My favorite movie is A Christmas Story, dude. That's the TBS still plays that for 24 hours straight, Christmas Eve through Christmas Day.
That's a tradition that will never die.
Yeah.
Fucking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the best all-time Christmas movie.
Yes.
My mom loves that movie.
Oh, it's so good. I think I watch it every year.
Yeah, favorite Christmas song is the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas Is You" collab with Soulja Boy.
Oh,
that I have to thank Ed for introducing me to.
That's it.
One of the things I want to do for like Shrimpmas this year is I want to get a playlist of like goofy Christmas music to play while we like open our gifts and stuff.
And then
I'll work on
DT
that.
stole my answer for the favorite movie, but Home Alone's a good one too.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair.
Be Merry
My-
Motherfucking Christmas by Eazy-E to really throw it back. That's another good Christmas song.
All right, I'm adding that to the list. What's up, Rusty?
My favorite movie is out of 1964. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's transcended generation to generation to generation. My kid has just recently watched it for the first time, and he has it on repeat almost every single night. And it's one of the greatest movies ever made. And the thing that's kind of wild, he's kind of terrified at the same moment I was kind of terrified as a kid. So it's like it's weird how like
The
you pass
Bumble,
that.
man.
Damn, 1964. That's crazy. That movie's almost older than you, Rusty.
As far as
Yeah,
my
it is.
favorite,
Rusty
my
saw that in
favorite
the
song,
movie theater.
one of my favorite songs, Nightmare Before Christmas. The song "What's This" is a banger. 10 out of 10. Put that on repeat.
All right. Last email comes in from Skellingtor, and he says, "How many hands could a slap shoes wash if a slap shoes could wash hands?"
0.
No.
Not in this temperature. It ain't happening.
Yeah, it's too cold, man.
Yeah, unfortunate, but
Depends
yeah,
on the temperature. You forgot one very crucial factor.
don't be shaking hands with slap this
Much
time
like
of
the
year.
beer he drinks, 0.0.
Hey.
Dude, he's been crushing double zeros.
Oh, is that one right there? Okay, all right, that's respectable.
Oh,
all
is
right.
that it?
That's the
That's
show,
it.
folks.
That's the longest show of all time, felt like.
Thumbs out.
It's got to be
It
It's
called
like
actually
a
might
dog.
be.
That was a 2 hour.
That had to be
So-
4 hours.
Is YouTube gonna get mad at me if I call this dongs out?
I was gonna say they might not like dongs
what
out,
do
but
they
what
care?
about just dong?
I was gonna say dong.
All right.
No, I like dong. I like
Greenville-Pickens
dongs
is
out.
dead. Rip Greenville-Pickens.
It's like
I
prefer
Knives
dude
Out,
dongs
for
out if
dongs.
The
you-
Slap Shoes Doomer arc.
If YouTube has an issue with dongs out, just do dong. Then.
Just
I think
do
I can maybe
dong.
censor dong.
I think dongs
Dongo.
out is gonna fly. I think that's all right. That's
I
that's,
agree.
that's vague enough.
All right, come back next week and listen to nothing because this is the last ever episode of this show.
Jordan
later.
episode.
Dude, the intro. Oh my god.
That was.
We'll stick
go
with
ahead
this.
and
This
don't
is still
upload
on,
that.
by the way.
Go ahead and don't upload that. Good. Go ahead and just don't upload that. Thank you.
Bye.
Hit the delete button.